Hi everyone, I have a very exciting unboxing. I have the Game of Thrones tarot. Woo! I got it last week and I had to kind of like put it aside and be like, no, don't open it. Even though you want to open it, and I know you do because you got to do it on video. So that was kind of hard. And also I saw a couple other people got it and did some unboxing videos and I was like, no, don't watch them. I had to also avoid some of the Instagram posts. So yeah, that was a little bit difficult. Okay, so let's go first. This is it's HBO. I'm just seeing who did this. Chronicle Books. Okay, so that's not a company that I get a lot of decks from. Usually, you know, it's Llewellyn or US Games or Blue Angel. So I'm kind of interested to see how they did it. I'm really curious to see who they picked for what cards. So it's a sturdy box, it looks like. I like the gilding on it. That's what the back looks like. Let's see how it opens. Ooh. Okay, so it opens like this. So that's nice. Nice keepsakes box. Oh, I really like this. You've got the little book here, and then you've got the cards here. So that's really nice. I like the way that they've put it in there. And then they've got the little ribbons as well so that you can pull it out. Okay, so let's look at the book first. So there, it's like a little, I actually really like this book. It's like a little old book. It says guidebook. If you have trouble reading small print, this is not the book for you. Very small print. It is about, how many pages? About 100 pages, just over 100 pages. Okay, so they start it with a bit of an introduction, how to use it. They've got a 3-card reading. It's a 4-card reading and an Old Gods of the North 5-card reading. So that looks kind of cool. The Sept, they've got the 7 here. I drink and I know things. That's interesting. Spread of the Maesters. This one looks like it's 10. And that's it. And then you get into the Major Arcana. So they have here a thumbnail of the Major Arcana, and then they have the key meaning, upright meaning, and reversed meanings. So it looks like each of the Major Arcana gets a page. And then let's look for, oh, then you get into the suits. And it looks like there's a little page about the minor arcana. The suits, it looks like they just have key meaning, upright, and reversed, and a very small thumbnail. So just very small for each of those. So I'll have to take a look at this. But it seems like your standard little white book, but I really like the way that they've put it in a little hardcover book, and it looks, you know, very old school. It kind of goes with the whole Game of Thrones thing. Okay, so now let's take a look at our cards. Okay, so this side is a lot deeper, obviously, for cards. I kind of like that there's just one for the cards, because sometimes you'll get boxes like these and they have like the 2 sides, and I don't necessarily like that. I kind of like them to all be together. So, okay, unwrap the plastic. There we go. Let's see what kind of quality of the cards is. Okay, so this is the backing. It's got the swords all over it. Very nice. It's kind of, how do I explain this? It's got a bit of a texture to it. There's like, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but there's very tiny little lines in there. So it's got like a bit of a texture to it. It's not slippy and glossy. It's very matte. All right. So let's start. We've got Tywin. I always get Tywin and Tyrion mixed up. Tyrion Lannister? Yes, Tywin's the dad. For the Fool, that's interesting. I thought he might be the Fool. It's just like a little bit of a border, and then they have the name on the bottom, so the border doesn't bother me. I'm not going to show you all of them, but I will show you some just so you get an idea. Then we've got the Magician, Littlefinger, of course. Got his fingers and everything. The Priestess, that is the Red Woman. Can't remember her name offhand. With the Game of Thrones, I watched into the 5th season and I was always a little bit behind everybody. And then I always try to avoid spoilers and things, but I kind of couldn't with Tumblr and everything. And I kind of saw what was going to happen. And it was like, oh, this season's too much for me. And I kind of stopped and I have to get caught up. I have to watch the rest of season 5, season 6, season 7. Although I do know a lot of the things that happen. So I'm not, you know, but I do have to get caught up. Yeah, for the Empress, got Daenerys, very good. The Emperor, we have Jon Snow. The Hierophant, I can't remember his name, but I think that's a good one there. Oh, and then the Lovers. Oh, that's so nice. Like Jon Snow and I can't remember her name, but okay. Let's see. Oh, Strength. Good one. The Hermit, we have Bran. Again, I'm not going to show you them all, but I am going to show you the ones that I'm kind of like, ooh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, Death. Very cool. Arya. What? Ah, the Devil, of course. Of course. Again, I can't remember his name. But yes, the horrible one. The terrible, horrible one in the north. Horrible, horrible one. Da-da. What else we got here? Ooh, Judgment. We've got some ice. Some big ice giant guys. Awesome. And in the world we have the map. All right. So with the Minor Arcana, it doesn't look so much like it's particular people. It's more like scenes. It is Rider-Waite based. Here we have like the 4 of Spears. Very much looks like Rider-Waite based. 6 of Spears. We have Daenerys, you know, Victory. So it's looks very Rider-Waite Smith based, but using scenes or people in it from the Game of Thrones. But they do have people for the court cards, which is good. So we've got the Page of Spears here. Let's see, what else do we have? Queen of Spears. Daenerys again. I feel like for the court cards, they should have maybe used different people than what they use in the Major Arcana because there's so many characters. I think that they could have found somebody who would be a good Queen of Spears rather than Daenerys, who's already, you know, the Empress in this pack. Right. Ace of Cups, so that's just a cool looking card. Let's see. Because, yeah, most of these, again, it's very Rider-Waite Smith. 5 Cups. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know how that's a 10 of Cups, but it's got the candles there. Queen of Cups, they have Sansa. And then King of Cups again, they've got Jon Snow, but again, I think they could have found somebody else. There's too many characters. You can totally find someone else. Okay, Swords. Like here they have Arya. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, 9 of Swords, that's a good one. They've got the wolf trapped. And then 10 of Swords. Queen of Swords, they have Cersei. But again, I'm just repeating myself now. I think that they shouldn't repeat what they repeated in the Major Arcana. 2 coins. This is actually makes me think of the Marseille deck. Coins here. Yeah, it's very Rider-Waite Smith in a lot of its pictures. Page of Coins again. They've got Tywin or Tyrion. Pardon me. Again, could have found someone else. Queen of Coins. See, at least they found someone else for the Queen of Coins. I can't remember her name. We know who she is. She's the old lady, the mom of the other one that wants to be queen. I'm terrible at this. I know who they are in my head. The names are eluding me. You can put them in the comments below, make fun of me. That's fine. And then King of Coins. Again, they've got Littlefinger. Like, pick someone else. So that's my big complaint with this one, is that they could have used a lot different, more variety of people, because there's so many characters. They could have used them for, you know, the minor arcana, the court cards. They didn't have to duplicate some of the people in the major arcana into the minor one. But if you don't mind that and you love Game of Thrones, I think you'll like this deck. It looks like it's an easy read because it is very Rider-Waite-Smith based, so you won't have any problems with that. I do like the texture on these cards. The card stock is, you know, it's still like, you know, you can rifle shuffle it for sure. It's not super thick or anything. It is thin, but it does have that texture to it, which I think will make it like not so slippy and kind of gives it like a little bit more of a feel of like an old book. I think you can see it more in the light here. You can see some of the texture on there, like kind of the grid. There it is. Yeah. So it gives it a bit of a more matte texture to it. I think that this is a deck that I'm going to be using probably in the winter. You know, winter is coming and all that. But also the medieval theme, it is a darker deck. The colors overall are darker. So I think that this is more of a winter deck than like a spring or summer deck, at least in my opinion. So let me know what you think. Is this a deck that you would get? Is this a deck you're interested in? Did you get it? What do you think of it? Do you love Game of Thrones? How do you hate it? Have you never seen an episode? All those things. I have to get caught up, so please, no spoilers, although there are a lot of things I already know, so it's okay. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you.